All right, y'all, let's start this story time. Ooh, gee. I had a time last night. So I hope I don't go all over the place with this story time. Okay, so as you all know, I started back driving Uber yesterday. I did my morning shift of 3 hours. It was phenomenal. I made $40 of my $75 goals per day on the days that I drive. Then I decided that I would go back out at the dinner rush time around 5 o'clock, I believe I left. So as soon as I hit the go live button, I'm getting orders. And again, it took me to the same part of town that it took me to earlier that day. But hold on, I digress. I wanted to say that I had a migraine when I went to pick my daughter up from school around 4 something. I came home. Well, before that, I started having the headache. I took 2 Tylenols an hour before it was time to go get her, and it just would not kick in. Then my husband got home, and I was like, my head is killing me. So I called my sister, because I've never had a migraine. And she was like, oh, that's a migraine, because she's been having them all her life. And I lay down on the couch, put an ice pack on my head, closed my eyes, and put on some ambient music for a little while to get rid of the headache. So then it finally started to dissipate. And so I was like, well, let me go out and get on this road. So like I said, that was about 5 o'clock. Start getting the orders. It sends me to Waxahachie. That's where I was earlier that day. And I'm like, you got to start paying attention to the miles of the trip. I'm gonna put a screenshot on here because it goes so fast. You're supposed to be driving and not texting while driving, but also try to look at this little fucking screen. So I go to Waxahachie. I'm like, the orders are coming. It's great, right? Then I get this weird little trip. It's a stack. They call it a stack when you accept 2 orders at once. So I go pick up some fish. I take it, and then I pick up some Wingstop. I take the fish to the lady to drop it off. Then I start my journey to drop off the wings. Lo and behold, I'm looking at the wings order, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought I was taking the wings also to another residence in Waxahachie. No, bitch. That's why you have to read these screens. I took these wings from Waxahachie to Italy, Texas. So Waxahachie, Texas to Italy fucking Texas. And you might be saying, bitch, I'm not from Texas. I don't know what that means. I'm going to put a screenshot down here of the distance between Waxahachie, Texas and Italy, Texas. So I'm driving. It's getting dark. I'm driving. It's getting darker. And I notice that a bitch has no gas and I still have 10 minutes to go. It's like it's on an interstate. It's like going out of town, bitch. It's nothing but you, headlights, and fucking trees, bitch. So I start to panic. I call my husband. I say, I just want to put you on alert that I am driving to Italy, fucking Texas, and I don't have any gas. He was like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? I said, I just want you to stay next to your phone just in case you got to come bring a bitch gas. So as I'm driving on this dark fucking interstate road, I see the lights of salvation in the distance of gas stations off the interstate. You know what they look like, like the gates of heaven. So I was like, I don't know if this is my exit or not. Lo and behold, it was my exit. And I stopped at an Exxon station. My husband stayed on the phone. I pulled up to this gas station. It is a combo motel gas station. I forgot, it's also a liquor store, and it also had a fucking golden chick attached to it, bitch. It was a quad of trifecta. So as I get out with my husband on the phone, I'm pumping my gas. Gas was $3.16. I was like, shit, this is high, but it's cheaper than it is in the city. I fill up my tank, or as far as I was gonna fill it up, to $37. And I wasn't gonna fill up to today. But that's beside the point. I'm looking around. It is a whole bunch of hitchhiking motherfuckers standing around with backpacks on. I'm getting nervous. Like, please don't walk the fuck up on me. So I fill up my tank. I get in my car. My husband's like, you good? I was like, I'm good. I'm not that far away from my drop-off point. So I started driving. The drop-off point is on the other side of the freeway that I had just exited. It is a Love's gas station. I was like, huh? Y'all ain't got shit to eat at the Loves? Y'all, okay, anyway. So as GPS is directing me into the back of the Love's gas station where all the truck drivers fill up their tanks and do whatever they have to do. No joke, it's at least 20 18-wheelers back there. So I'm like, where the fuck do I drop this food off to? So I call the person that ordered the food. Fuck, I can't even think of words. I'm still discombobulated from last night. So I called him. I was like, hey, where are you? I'm over here by the trucks. I'm like, nigga, it's 20 trucks. Which truck, bitch? So he was like, oh, I'm on the left side. Just keep looking on the left side. So I'm looking on the left side. I just see trucks as far as the eye can fucking see. Like, where are you? I'm standing by my truck. Bitch, everybody's standing next to their truck. Which one of these motherfuckers is you? So I finally see his ass. And I pull up and I roll my window down. He looked like he got the shit. He already with the shits. I'm like, what the fuck are you with the shits for, bitch? He don't know my story, but I'm like, why are you with the shits? So I rolled out my window. I say, hey, how you doing tonight? Here's your order. You know I drove from fucking Dallas to bring you these wings. So he twisted up his face. He was like, it wasn't one closer. Obviously, bitch. I was like, no, the wings were in Waxahachie, the closest part to Dallas of Waxahachie. And then I drove here to you. That is a 40-minute drive. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. Because I'm saying in my head like, bitch, I'm not one of them people that get on the internet and scream by tips. But if you don't give me no tip, I'm going to be highly pissed off. So I give him his wings and I start my excursion back to Dallas. 40 minutes there, 40 minutes back home, bitch. So I talked to my little sister all the way back to Dallas because I was nervous than a bitch. It was so dark. And I was like, never again, bitch. I have been vegan since January. I'm only supposed to eat meat once a quarter. Last night I had to eat my feelings. I got me a fucking nasty ass Wendy's burger and fry. And I got in the bathtub and I cried when I got home. So again, I should read better, but you don't have enough time to read better because you're literally driving when these requests come up on your screen. And again, you're not supposed to be texting and driving, but you're supposed to also try to read that small script in enough time to decide if you want to accept it or not. So this is what I need to be looking for. I need to look for total miles. That means getting the food and taking the food, bitch. Woo! But I know for a fact, if I see anything over 17 miles, because that's what I told ChatGPT, I didn't want to go 17 miles past my house. If I see anything past 17 miles, I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. So y'all, that is part 2 of day 1 of me going back to driving Uber. And that shit was a tale, as you can see. So I hope you stuck through it. I should have said at the beginning they should have 2 times speeded to listen to this shit, but hopefully everybody that knows story time know they should do it. So thanks for sticking with me, and I start driving again tomorrow on Wednesday. Woo! Baby, that was a time! I almost fucking quit. Okay, part 2, since TikTok didn't want me to add additional video at the ending. Anyway, my results for yesterday. So the truck driver did tip me a crazy amount. I hope that I can put it right here in the corner, but I am going to show you the day's results. So my daily goal when I drive is $75 a day. So it's supposed to be $75 a day for 5 days on the road. So I can get my grand total of $900 bi-weekly. So this is what I made for the entirety of the day, doing 2 shifts, one for the morning lunch shift for 3 hours and one for the dinner rush in the evening for 3 hours. So I hope this helps. It helped me a lot. I know I got what I got to pay attention to, what I got to not accept, even if at the cost of my acceptance rate going down. I just can't be driving like that because I drove over 100 miles yesterday. It's only supposed to be 70 for the entire day. So I'll keep checking in, doing my driving for Uber under the day in the life of an unemployed African-American woman in the United States. I'm just trying to be resourceful and figure some shit out until I can get a job. All right, thanks for sticking with me, y'all. Also, one more thing. Y'all. I think it would have been so much better yesterday if my Uber credit card hadn't expired in April of last year. Uber, why don't you send your drivers new credit cards out when they expire, like credit card companies do, since that's the lane you chose to be in? You don't think they need new cards when their expiration date is coming due? Y'all need to work on that, y'all. And while I was at Aldi, I had the great experience of being in the checkout line of an asshole, what you calling people? The fucking person at the register. She was a dick to me because she tried to play me like I was a brokey because my credit card was expired, but I didn't know that when I was checking out. So I tapped it on the bottom left-hand corner. I swiped it. I said, hey, it's not working. I don't know what's going on. It's a paper. It's like a cardboard card. I said, can you type in the card number for me? No, what you can do is try to tap it on the bottom left-hand side. I was like, that's what I did, bitch. So she was like, well, you can insert it, and that didn't work either. And then that's when I finally saw that it said it expired. So I said, okay, I don't know what's going on. I said, you can help them. So she snatches my stuff up and throws it on the side of her thing. Lo and behold, it was because she was an asshole because her break was coming up. Bitch, that had nothing to do with me. It wasn't like I was sitting at the house. It's like, I would like to go out into the world and destroy someone's break today. I'm like, girl, don't treat people like that. You have 4 other people in line. Me being in your line at that particular moment was not going to get you to your break any faster. You still got to check them 4 motherfuckers out. So anyway, I stand to the side and I'm trying to work with Uber. And it was like, yeah, you got to decline. You got to deactivate the card. Then you got to click for a request for another card. And then, I'm so sorry, you can't deliver groceries until you get a new card. Ooh. So she gives my groceries to another dude. And why I got that information from Uber, I just told him, hey, I apologize. I was having problems with my Uber credit card getting this customer's groceries. I apologize, but I won't be needing the groceries today. He was like, oh, no problem. I understand. It was a day. It was a fucking day yesterday. So I hope Wednesday's better or I'm fucking quitting. All right, y'all. That's my rant and ramble.